Hello everyone and welcome back to my 100% walkthrough for Wild Arms 2. Today we're going to be going to the town of Holst to get the Aguelite gem. So let's go ahead and leave the town of Maria and we need to head back over to the live reflector. All right, we're going to flip the switch over here that has the red phoenix on it. Ruins mine. All right, welcome to the area of Holst. Now, unfortunately, the monsters that spawn in this area is actually the same ones that spawn over by the Raylene Observatory. So there's new monsters out here that we're going to experience, but there will be some in the area that we're going. Before we head for the town of Holst, there's actually an item out here that we can grab. So if you just head down this hill and then around this mountain, right about in here, we got a strength apple. And of course we know what to do with that. Go ahead and give it to Brad. All right, now head back up the hill we came from. All right, so we're gonna just go ahead and head on up towards that other mountain straight ahead. And right before we get to it, if we search, is the town of Holst. Now this is a mining town and we do have to go inside their mine, but there's two things we need to do before we head in. So first, if we head up the hill here, we see there's all the shops. Go to the weapon shop and they have new defensive items that we can equip to our party. So let's go ahead and do that. And then we can turn around and sell the ones we no longer use. And of course you can top off your magic, or change your magic, or top off your ammo if you need to. But we should be taken care of on all that. Now, inside the mine, we will only be able to get so far in, and then we will find that our path is blocked with no way to get through. So, switch to Brad. I'm not sure this is actually necessary, but still. Switch to Brad, talk to this NPC walking around. Some young folks don't use their muscles to mine just bombs. Just the other day, I kicked a bomb maniac out of my inn. Well, that sure is a clue. All right, so let's head up the hill here. You'll notice this is the inn because of the NPC here. This is a save NPC, as we know, that she usually stands outside of inns. So we head inside, head up the stairs, and now, I know where it's at, but for those of you that don't, sorry, I keep hitting the touchpad and it's clicking off the screen. Anyway, switch to Ashley and use booty call. What do we got here? Tool bombs acquired. Pushing square will place the bomb at your feet. It will explode after a set amount of time. Bombs may be used to blast open wooden boxes or destroy walls that already have cracks in them. So yeah, Brad has a new tool. We're gonna need that to get to the mine. Now, sadly, this is pretty much the only time we will ever actually use booty call. I know, it's tragic. So let's head on down. And we'll head into the mine. But first, we need to do a little bit of changing up of our equipment. So I equipped Clear Chime on Brad that nullifies the confusion status. What we're gonna do is we're gonna switch that with Moonstone, and then we're gonna go to Lilka and switch out Mystic Word for Clear Chime. And you'll see why in just a moment. Now, I know this is going to lower her sorcery by like 10 points, but trust me, we're gonna need this. Now, there's nothing in that box, sadly, so we'll go ahead and go up to the left and then keep on going through the mine. I don't know why I'm picking those up, I just am. All right, so the new bomb tool we got, if we just set it about right here, the bombs won't hurt us, so we can learn to stand on top of them and then just keep making your way through. Kabooey. Again, there's nothing in that box over there, so we'll just keep on going. All right, this fork in the road, we're gonna go left. Place a bomb. And there are items in these boxes, so we'll pick them up and throw them. Hi, it's me. I just want to put in this little disclaimer really quickly because the monster that we are highlighting in this battle has an ability that causes them to flee, so to speak. However, the name of the ability may be slightly upsetting or triggering for some viewers. I just want to make it very clear. I did not make this game. It was created during a time where this was a little bit more acceptable. So I just want to give you all a heads up and be very aware that this is just a name of an ability that this creature has, and I am not highlighting it to upset anyone. All right, so the galleon on the side here, or galleon, so it's going to be very, very fast. It's going to be faster than Lilka at this point, still, even with her level. But if you can manage to drop this creature, it has 2,500 experience. But again, it is very fast, and it has about a 90 to 95% chance that it's going to use its flee ability that has a very unique name. So, we want to get everyone to focus it first and hope that it attacks rather than flees. And of course, it is weak to ice, so make sure Lilka uses freeze. Good, it didn't flee. Okay, if you manage to make it this far, where you get all 3 party members to hit him, it's actually best to use accelerator and attack with Ashley to guarantee not only you go first, but you hit the monster again in hopes to take him out. Because if he doesn't flee on the first turn, it's almost guaranteed he's going to flee on the second turn. So we want to make sure that doesn't happen. So go ahead, use accelerator, attack, and you should have enough damage on him to kill it. Yes. Okay, so now that we've highlighted the Galeon, this is actually a pretty decent spot to farm experience and Gela, which we have not highlighted the creature here yet that actually gives us a lot of Gela after you kill it. We will cover that before we leave. However, due to the fact that the Galeon is actually kind of difficult to take out at this stage of the game, it's actually more of a pain to try to farm the Galeons for experience than to just continue on. If you want to stay here and farm up levels, I will not blame you, but it is not something I would recommend because it does have a tendency to flee battle more than it does to stay. So if you want to stay and farm really quickly, you go right on ahead and do that, but I'm going to continue on because the Galeon is just, it's better to come back later if you just want like some really easy 2500 experience when your party is higher level with faster stats, because the key thing is, all right, so back at the fork of the road, we're gonna go right. There's the save crystal if you need it. And right over here, we just clear out these boxes. But we could use the bomb to take them out, but it's longer to do it. We're gonna go to the right first. So I just remembered something. If you switched out Mystic Word for Clear Chime, go ahead and switch it back to Mystic Word, because I just remembered we can actually swap out equipment before we give our commands in battle. Forgive me, I just remembered that. I don't know why I forgot, considering how long I've been playing this game. But yeah, just go ahead, you can drop bombs here, but we need to clear out this area and then go on into this little cubby hole. And there's one of these, so we know what to do with that. Switch to Brad with the kick boots, and boom. AM cluster. The AM cluster is a heavy arm used by Brad. This anti-monster missile unit will launch a random attack against the enemy. So let's go ahead and just highlight that really quickly. Anti-monster missile unit, all random. So it will actually attack any enemies at random. It does not have a set monster that you can attack. You just choose it and it shoots at a random target. And you'll notice there's another one of these pyramids here. Those will not be touched until endgame. I just want to highlight, in this short time frame, I've actually come across 2 more Galeons I was actually able to take out, one of which I actually surprised, so it gave me a free turn ahead of them. But now Ashley is level 20, so I mean that's pretty good for me. Like I said, farm them if you wish, but I promise you, if you just follow this guide, you will have no trouble moving forward. There still is one more monster in this area that we need to highlight, so as soon as we find it, I will be sure to do that. So now we can go in here, but once we pass this area, we stop running into battles. So it's actually a good idea to just go ahead and wherever you want to run back and forth through, just pick it and go through and run back and forth to search for enemies. But I still need to find one more to show to you guys, so I'm going to do that right now. All right, this is the leprechaun. This is the final monster in here that I wanted to highlight. Also, this monster not only has 2200 HP, but also gives us 2000 Gela when we defeat it. Now, luckily, this monster does not flee. However, it does have a very, very annoying ability. So before we do attack, go up to the vest icon here, that's our equipment. Go to Lilka, switch out Mystic Word for Clear Chime. This monster has an ability called Awesome Pulse, and what it does is that it hits all 3 of your party members, or attempts to, and can land the ability, or the status effect called Confusion, which, as we know in RPGs, confusion is a very, very bad thing because it will make your party members uncontrollable for a temporary amount of time, and they can even turn on each other, which is not something we want. We need Lilka's magical power to take him out quickly against his elemental weakness. So focus down the left, or actually, just to get the other monster out of the way, go ahead and have Brad smack whatever monster is with him. And then, of course, have Lilka use fire. And that is why we want Lilka to have the Clear Chime, because she's going to be hitting the hardest against him. We got really lucky on that turn. Oh! Hey, cool. Brad and Lilka have achieved level 20. All right, so now we can see all 3 party members are level 20. This is actually really, really good for this playthrough because the next boss that we fight is actually level 17, or excuse me, level 18. So we are going to be 2 levels higher than the next boss. That's really good for this game, especially with the current stats and passives that we have. So if you've been following along with the guide and you're actually right about where I'm at, trust me, you're going to be golden. So we can move on ahead if we so choose. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Make our way all the way down to that big device. Okay, I was wrong. You still run into battles. Explosive rock excavator. Clear area before using. Explosive rock. Okay. So, you'll notice that if you try to use your bombs, which you could drop like 8 of them, yeah, it doesn't do any good. So what you got to do on the back end here, drop a bomb, and watch the magic happen. Kabuki! All right. Now, I will say this. Once you enter the next room, that's when the battles stop. However, I will say, I have actually been having incredible luck with the Galeons in here. They've actually been spawning fairly frequently for me, as well as not fleeing battle. And I'm actually getting to the point now where I can take them out in the first turn. So if you wish to go ahead and farm up a few levels here, I would say go ahead and do it, because the more levels you can get, the easier the game is going to be for you. So I think I'm going to go ahead and grind out a couple levels here, and once I reach a point where it just feels a little too grindy, then I will continue on. Okay, I'm gonna honestly say I got extremely lucky on all of this, but as you can see, everybody's level 23 and it now requires over 11,000 experience to get leveled up to 24. So I'm gonna stop the grinding here because it is getting rather time consuming, and the Galeons are now, for whatever reason, they are now starting to flee on me more than they are sticking around. Now, this, like I said, this is incredibly lucky for me. I am extremely overpowered for what is about to come up next. So I'm in a really good state myself. If you are following along with this and you are not at this level, that is perfectly fine. Just keep following the guide. I will help you get through it. You are not in any trouble whatsoever. You got this. So let's go ahead and continue on. Head into here. Don't really need these, but I'm picking them up anyway. Now you'll notice this big block. There is a block-like object made from unusual material. Looks like patience is necessary to break it. Well, it turns out all you gotta do is switch to Brad and his bombs and then drop like 4 of them. There we go. All right, now we have another puzzle. There are 4 proofs of attack. 1 is a key. Now, that is really confusing if you really think about it, but you'll notice there's 4 spots here. What we need to do is if you drop a bomb on them, it raises. So we actually need to raise all 4 of these. Now they actually do go back down after a few seconds. So we got to move kind of quickly. So let's start on 1, drop the bomb, and then go. If you get it done quick enough, it opens the door. I don't know why it says 1 is the key, but kind of confusing, to be completely honest. But anyway, we finally made it. This is called Aguelite. It's a type of energy. Wow, it's so beautiful. It looks like a jewel. Aguelite and germatron. The two are said to be a high-density crystals which supported ancient civilizations' energy needs. The energy stored in the ruins was extracted naturally over time. Entombed in the earth, it became a corpse of sorts that has been dug out as crystal. People are drawn to light that's strong and fleeting. They think it'll make things shine. Wow, you're so smart and a bit romantic too. Aguelite and germatron are used to retrieve lost technology. It's one of the measures used to resurrect the deadly weapons created by ancient civilizations. Its light brings destruction. It causes the black wings of death and destruction to flutter. That's why people want it. Andrew would never do that, right? He's not trying to get it for that, right? I believe power itself isn't good or bad. I believe what's key is the heart of the person who uses it. So I think you're right. It'll be okay, right? No need to overstay. I'm going to finish this mission and go back. I do prefer light from the sun. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and instead of returning to the Valeria Chateau just yet, we're gonna go ahead and head up and we're gonna go to the PSS shop. Now, again, if you don't have the amount of points that I do, that's perfectly fine. If you have enough to do what needs to be done, go ahead and do it. If you've already maxed out up HP and up M defend with Ashley, go ahead and go to up P attack. That's up his physical attack, so he's gonna hit harder. Same thing with Brad. As long as his up M defend is maxed out, go to up P attack. And then of course Lilka, she unfortunately doesn't have enough, but we're gonna go ahead and do her up physical defense. And then next, once she gains one more point, we're gonna start upping her magic attack. So now with that out of the way, let's go ahead and head on out of town. But real quickly, I believe we need, yes, okay, so let's go to this item shop. Let's buy a teleport gem, make things easier. And then we're going to use said teleport gem and head back to the Valeria Chateau. Aguelite and germatron. Finally, both types of crystals are ours. With these, we can start up the Emma motor, which is gathering dust in the engine room. Will you tell me what the Emma motor is? You wouldn't understand the details, but I'll make it easy. It's lost technology that daisy chains electromagnetic length into perpetual motion. And don't think it got its name from someone named Emma who invented it. No? That's what I had thought. No, Andrew. Don't you think you had better get started on getting the Emma motor working? You're right. Good work, everyone. Maryville and I will start our own work now. When the Emma motor comes online, I'll give you your next mission. Rest until then. I want to help too. This ancient thing will start up in a jiffy. No problem at all. There's not enough time to test it out, but I'm sure she'll work fine, I think. I think our next mission has been decided. Okay, I'll make it short. As soon as we're ready here, we're going to try contacting the Guardians. Guardians? That's right. Contact the mystical Guardians who protect the world, and they may aid us in battle. We have finally discovered the key to contacting them. Lost technology and Guardians? The scale of battle is increasing. How much will we be able to handle? We will handle what we must. If we flinch, everyone in the world will pay a price of pain for our weakness. Arms must not let this come to pass. We only have a short while, but rest yourselves. Remember that rest is duty too. Alright, so of course, we only have control of Ashley, which we know what that means. He wants to go back to the town of Maria. But we are going to go ahead and save the game now. And that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, if the guide helped you, or if you're just enjoying the Let's Play, please leave a like and a comment. Let me know what your thoughts are. If you do, please consider subscribing. I would love to have you here. But for now, I will see you in the next one. You all have a wonderful day. Take care.